Bean Plant Investigation by Faith Pearson. We will be growing 2 bean plants during this experiment. One bean plant will be placed in a location in which it is directly in the light, and the other bean plant will be placed in a location in which it is always in the dark. Our scientific question is, will a bean plant grow faster when it is in the light or in the dark? I think the bean plant in the light will grow faster than the one that is in the dark. Germination refers to the process by which an organism grows from a seed or a spore. The most common forms of germination include a seed sprouting to form a seedling and the formation of a sporling from a spore. Thus, germination occurs primarily in plant and fungal species. The word photosynthesis can be separated to make 2 smaller words. Photo, which means light, and synthesis, which means putting together. Plants need food, but they do not have to wait on people or animals to provide for them. Most plants are able to make their own food whenever they need it. This is done by using light and the process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process plants use to take the energy from sunlight and use it to convert carbon dioxide and water into food. Now let's watch our bean investigation video that includes our materials and procedures for conducting this investigation.
Hello everyone, I'm Faith Pearson, and like the title said, we're going to be growing some beans. The whole point of this experiment is to see if beans in a cup will grow faster when they're directly in light or when they're in the dark. Our materials for this investigation include a bunch of salt, 2 cups, which I'm going to label, a Ziploc bag, and of course our little beans. They're so cute. Let's do this. So our first step is germination, and basically we are going to wet our napkin, which I just did. It's really wet, and I got my seeds right here, and I'm going to wrap the seeds up in this wet napkin. Then I'm going to place these seeds that are in the wet napkin in this Ziploc bag, just like that. And we're going to seal it, and we're going to leave it for 4 days, and then we will see what happened to our beans. It is now day 4, and we're going to look at our beans and see what happened. Wow. Our next step will be to plant these little beans inside our cup. Before we plant our beans in our cups, we need to find some rocks or pebbles to put in the bottom of our cups. This way, if we overwater our plants, the water has somewhere to go, so it doesn't kill our plants. After you put the pebbles in the bottom of your cups, it is time to add the soil. You don't want to add soil to the very top. You want to give a little space. But for the most part, your cup's going to be full of soil. So let's get started. Get a parent to help you. If you're young and at the house, get someone to help you because this step can be messy. Now that our soil is ready, we're going to use 1 tablespoon of water and put it in each cup before we plant our beans. Now we're going to plant our beans into our light cup. I took my finger and I just pressed the soil down about 1 inch, and I'm going to put the bean in the hole, but make sure the sprout is sticking up. 7, and we're gonna look at our beans and give them some water. Here's our bean that is directly in sunlight. He's doing pretty good. Now to check on our bean that's in the dark. There he is. So I find it really weird that the bean that's in the dark is growing faster than the one that's in the light. But we're gonna see what continues to happen. I'm gonna give us the water. See you soon. Hello everybody, it is now day 14. Let's go check on our beans. So I'm checking on my beans. Here's my bean that has been in the light. It's doing really good. Now let's check on my bean that's in the dark. Holy smokes. It's now day 23. Let's check on our beans. It's a tragic day. My plant died. My dark one. Listen. So I haven't watered it in a couple days, and like the soil's still wet. So I know it didn't just dry out. I'm hoping I didn't overwater this one, but I think it was just his time. Poor guy. On the bright side, my light bean plant is looking pretty good. She just needs some water. It is now day 14 and it's very loud in my house, but let's check on our beans. So as you can see, my plant's not doing that great, and I think it's because it's just outgrown the cup. There's nowhere for the roots to go, and it's not growing anymore, so it's not healthy. So I'm gonna plant it outside today. Yay! Hey Roxy, you wanna help me plant my bean? Yeah. Aww. Hey, Jessie. You want to help me plant my bean? Oh. How nice. Oh, yeah. You loving the phone? See my plant? Don't bite it. Be nice to. Let's go plant our bean. Where's the right spot, Roxy? Come on, girls. Let's go get a shovel. Come on, girls. Come on. All right, I just dug my hole. I think it's deep enough, and it's time to put them in. We got our little shield. Let's hope for the best. Okay, we're gonna check on our plant one last time for this video and give it some water. Oh, it's doing so good. It's grown so much after being planted outside. The roots were just not able to grow anymore in that cup, and it was dying. But now it's doing so good, and I'm so proud. Oh, good job, little guy.
I hope you enjoyed that video. As you can see, the plant that was in the dark grew faster than the one was in than the one that was in the light. However, the one in the light grew healthier and it actually was able to sustain life. As you can see on this PowerPoint slide, I checked the measurements of my bean plant on the dates that I watered them. Not every date was recorded in that video, but as you can see, the dark plant grew at a much faster rate, but it did die on April the 12th. Now it's time for our discussion to wrap up this investigation video. Before I began this investigation, I thought that the bean plant in the light would grow faster than the one in the dark. However, this was not the case with my bean plant. The bean plant in the dark grew at a faster rate, but was not as healthy as the one growing at a slower pace in the light. Because of this, the plant in the dark died due to uh, not having sunlight to help it sustain life. The bean plant that was in the light is still living and healthy. It is presently in my backyard. The result shocked me, but made sense at the end of the day. The plant in the dark did grow faster, technically, but it also died first and was not able to sustain life for as long as the plant in the light. Here are my references, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me and for listening. Goodbye.